Hello, 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 and welcome to this mini intimacy teaching today. My name is Eleni, and I'm going to be talking about responsibility in intimacy and taking responsibility in intimacy as well, and how this actually gives you freedom. Now, when this topic comes up, people can get a little bit triggered and they kind of think, well, how does taking responsibility and intimacy free me? Like, I've already got so many responsibilities in my life. I don't want any more responsibilities in my life. It actually feels exhausting. And it's very valid. But I wanted to share a perspective of mine that may perhaps also shift your perspective around taking responsibility in intimacy so that you can not only deepen in intimacy, but it also frees love within your relationship as well. Now, when we take responsibility for ourselves, for our triggers, for moments where we're feeling frustrated, and instead of coming like across and sending like a blast of energy towards our men or our man and coming like our energy coming out like a fire hose, we can take responsibility in a moment of feeling that hurt, that fire, that dragon inside, and we can express it through our body instead. We can express frustration, for example, or anger or hurt with like going up to him when he does something or says something that makes you angry or frustrated, and just go up to him and just stomp your feet a couple of times and just be like, in this way, taking responsibility for how you're showing up in a moment of anger and sharing it and expressing it in a way that your partner can be with helps him to receive you a lot better. If your partner or your man makes a decision that you're not quite excited about and you don't want to kind of say it, you can just, like I did before, hunch your shoulders and be like, through that expression of your body, he's going to get and understand that you're not quite happy or you're not quite satisfied. So he could make another choice about something for you or like make a different decision. So he could have said like, hey, I feel like we could go to Italy for a holiday this year, and say you don't want to go to Italy, you've been there again. And he says, and you like don't want the idea. That's when you can be like, oh, why? Right? In that, he can turn around and then say, okay, let's go to Greece. And you'll be like, ah, yay, that's exciting. In that, he gets trained to read you well, to love you better, deeper as well. He'll come to be able to understand you more because a man kind of, his depth is awakened, his consciousness is awakened through the feminine body. It's through the body. It's not really through words. Like words help, but you know, when we're kind of talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, and it's like sometimes like men can kind of just tune out. It's like too much for them. It's because men want that empty space. It's that emptiness that where he feels the most free. And if you can express and communicate yourself through your body, it actually brings him into deeper presence and it brings him into more of an awareness of you. And so he becomes attuned to you more. Now, this isn't about manipulating a man or trying to get what you want. It's about learning how to live in harmony with each other, right? So even like in a moment, if you're feeling like jealous about something, like, you know, something that I used to do was like put something over my head and be like, I didn't want to be seen because at the time, I didn't know how to express my jealousy. It was like this knot in my stomach that I felt. And I just kind of like went into kind of an avoidance, and I kind of just did things, you know, like go to the sink and smash dishes around and stuff like that. And then he's sort of like, well, there's something obviously wrong. So, which as well, again, it's expressing without words, you know, but we want to become as present in real time with what's happening with ourselves and with our partner. If you're not feeling turned on in your relationship and you're feeling annoyed and frustrated and sad and just like, oh, just, I want more. I want to feel more, like I want to be penetrated, or I want to be made love to, or I want to be fucked, or whatever it is. You take responsibility for your part. Are you full of yourself? Are you full of your own love? Are you filling yourself with God? And when I say that, I mean, are you filling yourself with infinite love in your own practice? Because I can guarantee you, your need to be turned on, to feel turned on by him, is actually pushing that very thing that you want away. So when you fill yourself with pleasure, with your pleasure, with just like your breath, smelling a rose, a flower, and filling yourself with God, with infinite love, through being so present with that flower and becoming so turned on with the scent, you actually can magnetize a man through being so turned on and full of yourself. Yeah, full of yourself, like so full of love with yourself. And in that space, from that space, you actually communicate differently as well. You communicate from your heart. You can express even through your heart, from your heart, with your words, like just fuck me, or like, you know, grab him and just show him that you want to be made love to without saying anything. You feel different to those around you, but especially in love and in intimacy as well. So this is why taking responsibility in intimacy for yourself and what you bring to each moment is important. And it frees you, it frees your partner, and it frees love also. And then through your own practice and your own work, he's then more inspired and will be more inspired to give you what you want with his masculine gifts. Sending you so much love and looking forward to seeing you again soon.